So there are warning colorations, and this is to avoid the predator, because these colors will send a signal that they are poisonous. So that's why the organism will, and we all know that these colorful frogs are basically the highly poisonous type of frog. So predators are supposed to avoid such type of warning coloration. You must have seen that there are some butterflies which will have dot or like eye type of structure on their body. Those patterns are also the warning, because they are trying to resemble like eyes of a big animal, and then the insect will try, or the birds will try not to eat such type of butterflies. So these are various types of adaptive features of the organism. We all know about hibernation and estivation. That hibernation is the winter sleep which is found in the polar bears. So polar bears are supposed to undergo hibernation when it is extreme cold in the Arctic region, in the polar region, North Pole region. So hibernation is a method of suspension which we have already covered. And then we know about that there are some fish, then there are some snails, we even know about frogs, that they are supposed to undergo estivation, which is the summer sleep. So summer sleep, again a concept in which the organism is facing the harshest environment of dryness and temperature. So because high temperature and dryness is there, the animal want to avoid these harmful conditions. So the only possibility for organism is to undergo the summer sleep. In the same manner, we know about the zooplanktons. Zooplanktons undergo diapause. Diapause is a concept of suspended developmental stage. So this concept is again a method of adaptation for the zooplanktons as the organism. This is how animals or organisms adapt for their environmental condition. Let's learn some of the rules which have been given by various scientists or the ecologists. For example, Allen's rule. We know Allen's rule is that the extremities or the limbs, the ears, the nose portion of the mammals or of the colder region are supposed to be shorter in size. This is the concept of the Allen's rule. And then we have the Bergman rule in comparison, according to which the warm-blooded animals are larger in the size in the colder area. So these two are applicable to the polar region or the cold condition. In cold condition, warm-blooded animals, it means birds and mammals, we will find that they are always large in size in the cold region. And then they are large in size because they need to store more fat inside their body to generate more heat in the cold condition. So bigger their size is, more volume they have to store food, and then they have lesser surface area to lose the heat. Then the next one is the Allen's rule. Now according to this, in the colder condition, mammals or the warm-blooded animals are supposed to have shorter extremities, so that, because we know extremities are those areas of body like limbs, etc., or the ear, where the loss of heat is going to be more because volume is less and surface area is more. So that's why, according to Allen's rule, such warm-blooded animals will have small extremities in their body. Now Jordan's rule. We all know that fishes in the cold water are supposed to have longer body, and this longer body, or you can say they grow larger in size because they carry extra vertebrae in them. This is according to the Jordan's rule. Then we have the Glogger's rule. Glogger's rule says that the coloration of the birds or the warm-blooded animals like mammals are supposed to be different. Pigmentation amount will be different. So in the cold area, the warm-blooded animals, they will have a pigmentation which will give them a light color, and those areas where it is dry condition, in the dry conditions, the pigmentation will develop a yellow, brown or red tinge. So this will be the color of the warm-blooded animals' pigmentation. And when we talk about hot and humid conditions, the animals which are warm-blooded, they try to develop darker color, that means the black color. So this is how Glogger rules goes about. Then we have the Rent's rule. According to Rent's rule, the birds are supposed to have narrow wings in the cold area, and when we compare with them with the warm or temperate zone or tropical zone, the wings of the birds are supposed to be wider. So wider wings are supposed to be in the hot area because they are supposed to be losing more heat there. But when we talk about the colder condition, the wings are supposed to be narrow, because narrow means there will be less surface area, so they will be losing less amount of heat. So this is how in ecology various rules have been proposed by the various ecologists regarding the adaptation of the organism. We also know about the ice fish. We also know about the Arctic fish. That these are the fishes which are found in the coldest of the water, and they are able to survive there. The Arctic fish and the ice fish are able to survive in that type of water, almost chilled water, is because they carry the glycerol and they carry anti-freezing proteins which do not allow their blood to undergo freezing. So their blood remains as liquid even in that coldest of the water. In the same manner, we know about kangaroo rat. We know about the desert lizards, that kangaroo rat is able to excrete out minimum amount of water because their urine is supposed to be highly concentrated, because sometimes kangaroo rat in the North American deserts, kangaroo rat is not able to find sometime water for days. So it does not drink water. So in that situation, it is supposed to metabolize its fat. It deposits fat in its body, and that fat undergoes beta oxidation to liberate metabolic water, and that much few molecules of water are able to make it survive in those arid conditions without water, and then it saves a lot of water by concentrating its urine as much as possible. It even goes deep into the burrows to maintain its temperature. Its metabolic rate also is controlled by the temperature of the surroundings, so it goes deep into the soil or sand to maintain its metabolic rate. In the same manner, we all know about the desert lizard. The lizard is supposed to be showing generally the behavioral adaptation. It will bask into the sun when it is winters. It will go into the shaded area when it is summers. So this is how kangaroo rat, with its physiological and behavioral adaptation, and desert lizard with the help of the behavioral adaptation, they adapt to their environment. In the next class, we will learn about details again of the adaptations which are found in the human's body also.